Hey guys, it's the Crypto Cowboy. It's about 2 o'clock, 2:20 Chicago time on July 17th. And we're taking a look at Bitcoin, just doing a quick video update here. So we did a drop down. I think on the latest video we were talking about the triangle, so that got invalidated. And we are kind of left here with two scenarios. Um, excuse me, on the longer time frames. So the first one that we're looking at, it's this kind of double combo scenario where we have, and if I go on the daily chart, where we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we completed this wave 1, and then we are in a possible longer extended wave 2. Okay, so the way that would work, if it's a double combo, we would have basically a simple WXY and then an X connector, and then another ABC or WXY coming back to do wave 2, wave Z, into the 50% or 618% retracement of this whole move up, right? So if I go to a 6-hour chart, you can kind of see how this subdivides. So basically, for this to be a double combo, we would need to have either an ABC or a WXY into these legs. The thing is that you can still have a flat in here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a WXY. It could be a very simple ABC, and then there would be there would be the W, and then you would go X, and then you would go Y down. Okay, so for this one, what I have is I have a W, X, and Y, and then this Y here has to be also a three-legged move. So you would have this WXY kind of happening over here. So maybe this is a little bit shorter, so you can have some proportionality between these legs. So this is an ABC move, then you have a connector X, and now you either have an ABC or another WXY. So if this is, let's say, the first part of this leg A, you're going up in B, and now you're coming back into the C leg, 5-way moves in here, and then you complete this Y. You have some kind of proportionality here between the waves. Maybe this can go a little bit higher, even more, and then you go back into a connector wave to an X, and then you go back down again into a Y, which is going to subdivide again into like a 3-leg move, right? So this is the double combo scenario that I have on here. Then if I go, and again, this can be a very simple also ABC, which is a flat for a W. So that would be something like this. I'm going to go to my markers just to repeat it. So it would be something like this. You would have W here. This would be an A, B, and then you would have a C wave here, right? And that finishes up this W, and then you would go up into a wave X down here, and then you would have another move down into an ABC, or either a flat or a zigzag kind of coming down. So basically that's what can happen. So that's where I'm a little bit concerned in what exactly this jump up here it's going to be. For right now, we are contained in this channel, and until we actually penetrate to the top of this channel, there is no reasons in believing any long trades longer term anytime soon. So if I go to let me just save this up, and if I go to to the flat scenario here, you can see kind of how I have this as an ABC, basically a 3, 3, 5. So I'm fine here on this move, I'm fine on this one, and then down here I have a 1, and then I have a flat in 2, and then I have a wave 3, a little bit awkward, but it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move into 3, a pullback in 4, and you can see here wave 4 doesn't go in the territory of wave 1 because this is a flat, and then you have, I think it's like a double zigzag here in a wave 4, ABC, X, ABC, and then you come back in 4, you come back in 5, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move. So now supposedly this move is complete in a wave 4. So let's go back and look at the daily chart. And if this would be everything of wave 4, all right, let me just move this out of the way. All right, if this would be the entirety of wave 4, that means that Bitcoin found a full-time low, and we are about to rock and start doing this wave 5, and then we come back in, in the larger ABC correction. After this would be a wave 1 top of the whole move from the lows, right? So now, but look at this. Does this wave 4 here, in proportionality with this wave 2, I don't think they're comparing themselves just yet. I mean, we're getting close to something like that, and I'd love for it to be, for example, a wave 4, so we can get another squeeze up in 5, just so we don't drag this a whole lot longer in a wave 4. But this might not be done yet. So if it needs to be a little longer, then this flat correction needs to be part of a complex correction, right? So it's not a triangle anymore, and if it's not going to be a flat in an ABC and then we go up in 5, then it needs to be a complex correction. So then this ABC here, it's actually, like I said before, instead of a 4, it's a W, okay? And now you go back into the wave X up here, right? So maybe there's a good play here in this long between W and X to the top of this channel, and then the market fakes everybody out again and says, I'm not going any higher, and I'm coming back into another, come back down here into a wave A, then I go up here into a wave B, and then I come down into a wave C, and then I complete the wave 4 of the whole thing. So now, but you can see, for the market to do this, right, it would need time. So that would be, let's say, beginning of September, right? So now you're looking at this wave 2, and you're looking at this potential wave 4. It could be a wave 4. It's going to be a little bit more extended than this wave 2, but it could also be a wave 2, not a 4, in case this is already finished and this is a wave 1. Now this would be a wave 2, okay? So several possibilities. Either way, I think the market has to kill more time on the clock here. So there could be an opportunity here where we can jump a little bit into a wave X. If we're getting indications that the market breaks to the top of this channel and start moving higher, then, and only then, maybe even once we pass this 13,228, then and only then we can secure this as being, for example, a wave 4 low or a wave 2 low, and then we're going up into new highs, and then we have to deal with that once we get up there. Okay, so these are the scenarios I'm looking at. It's pretty much straightforward. There is nothing emotional about this. I'm just kind of following the rules and guidelines of the Elliott wave. Try to look at the possibilities here. I mean, you can see here how much chop there was, right? And I think we were pretty accurate in looking at some of these moves and kind of calling some of these turns, and having fun a little bit with this without having to lose a lot of capital, because this is the type of the market where you can give everything back that you made in this uptrend from 3,000 all the way to 13,000. For whoever was fortunate to take those longs. So let's kind of take a look to add. So for right now, basically going back, circling back, it's just I'm going to consider this an ABC, possibly done in flat. I see a small reaction up here. I'm going to go back to a 45 minutes and just see kind of what I have. There's not a whole lot to go by, right? There's not a whole lot of what is this? Is this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't have a wave 2. Maybe this is a 1, this is a 2, but I got some overlapping stuff here. So I don't have a lot of confidence in this move. It's not very, very clear. We might come back and retest this. We might even make a new low, and then we have to adjust. So basically, there is nothing, with the exception of the reaction from here, right, that I have, there is nothing that can tell me that this is done already, right? So there might be another leg lower. Let's look at another possibility where this is 1, 2, 3. This could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we're doing another 1, 2, and then we're actually dropping like there's no tomorrow. But for right now, I'm going to consider this a level to kind of, like a kind of working support, how they call it, right? They call this like a working support, not necessarily a key support, where you're basically looking at the potential longs against these levels that have now been established here, right? So if any pullbacks come here into the 618, you want to see how the market reacts. If we're starting to turn, then we get a little bit more confidence that a low is in, and then we're gonna look at the next move up and so on and so forth. So you got to kind of read the price action and see what's happening inside here. So that's that. Very quickly on Litecoin, some interesting developments here, and we follow two counts here. Maybe not a lot of people look at Litecoin. I like it because I think it's a very important indicator of the overall crypto market, since it was one of the first that rallied off the lows before everybody else. And we are looking at these two scenarios where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we finished wave 1. We came back, we dipped below the channel, and you can see how the market quickly pulled back, and we are back almost inside this kind of channel line here. And there might be an opportunity here if this move is done. If it's a wave 2, I think it's a very shallow wave 2, so it needs more. So it needs to be the first leg of the correction in an A, go in a B, and then come back in a 2, so you can have a proportion regarding to this wave 1. If it's a wave 2 and if it's all it wants to be, then so be it. The market will have to show us. But even for a first leg A down, I don't know. I just don't have enough conviction because I don't see a clear 5-wave move coming down. I see a 1, 2, and then I don't see a 4th wave here that's proportionate to a wave 2. If this is a wave 2, right? I don't see that. So maybe Litecoin, what's going to do? It's just going to dance around here for a little while and then make a new low. Right, so this would be a wave 4 developing here in some kind of a triangle, or maybe a quick zigzag, or whatever it is, and then come back in an A, then go up in B, and then come down in C to complete 2, and then we go up higher. That's one scenario. The other scenario is this, where we have 1, 2, this is a 3rd, and we're doing a 4th, just like in Bitcoin, and then we're going up into 5 off 1. So this is 1, 2, subdivisions 1, 2, 3, 4, large wave 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, extended 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 of 3, and then we're pulling back and 4, and this is just a very simple zigzag down here where you go WXY. Not very pretty for a wave 4. I mean, it's kind of proportionate with this wave 2. This was a flat here, so you can see from the kind of guidelines of alternation, if this is a flat, if the wave 2 is a flat, wave 4 is a zigzag, and if this wave 2 is a zigzag, wave 4 is a flat or a triangle. So do we have a zigzag here? This leg here, this leg Y, it's a little bit extended. You have a W, a flat in X or a triangle in X, WXY. Again, this could be just the first section. This could be a W, and then we go back in an X, and then we do a Y for a wave 2. Okay, so if this is a wave 4, it needs to finish now, and we need to climb up higher in a 5. Okay, otherwise this is going to become a wave 2 because it's going to be much larger. Okay, so for right now, this wave 2 and wave 4 are kind of proportionate in time, and if it extends anymore, then it's going to become a wave 2. And you can see how nicely we pulled at 38.2% for V3, and the bounce was quite aggressive to the top side. So we'll see what happens. Let's monitor. If the market starts to climb higher above this X wave here, I'm going to gain confidence that this wave 4 is low, and then we're climbing up higher. So see, the reason is, and this is a quick trading advice, guys, do not be fast in picking bottoms or calling tops, because you are going to catch a move if you have more confirmation, and you will be more safe with your money than trying to pick bottoms. Okay, so if you know that 38.2, it's an important level, watch for the market and see what happens. Watch for a reaction from there. Try to find yourself a low established by the market and then go in. Or if you want to be more conservative and this move wants to develop and you want to take advantage of this wave 5, you don't have to catch it from here. You can catch it from here. You can catch it after you broke the highs, and you still have a lot to go because you're going to make new highs, and you're going to be more convinced that you're going to make money and you're going to be accurate in your trading rather than picking tops or picking bottoms. Okay, market doesn't turn in a dime from from a correction to a trend right away. It takes a little bit of time, and it's going to come back and retest, and it's going to flush some people out, and it's going to do some crazy stuff. Stuff doesn't just happen overnight. Yeah, you will have, you know, quick rallies. Usually those are X waves or B waves, but for a normal trend to start developing, usually takes time. Usually takes tries and takes a little bit of you know, of a simmering of the market and of people's psychology. So that's it on this video. I'll see you guys on the next one here in the next couple of days, hopefully. So if you like the content, give me some thumbs up. Come to our crypto room and the crypto channel. You can see the description below this video, and you know, join us. We'll have a lot of more charts and discussions up there about what's happening with the internals, and it's just kind of more interesting over there. So thanks, and see you later. Bye.